I literally wrote the exact marks I wanted in this book and it always manifested. Hi you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hello from the Union Square Park in New York City, and in today's video I'm going to teach you exactly how to manifest the marks that you truly desire. Marks, grade, if you want to clear a competitive exam, this is the video for you. I'm going to tell you the foolproof method that I used in order to brainwash my subconscious mind into thinking that I can get whatever marks I wanted, and it has always worked. I have usually specifically mentioned a specific number. Let's say I wanted 88 out of 100 marks. It would come close to that, maybe like 80 on 100 or 81 on 100, not the exact number, but like 90-95% of the time I would pretty much get a number very very close to it. I used the law of assumption multiple times before I even knew that it was a law of assumption that I was using. I was just basically using this method of like writing down repeatedly what marks I wanted or what grade I wanted back in my notebook. I would just script about it and write it like 50-60 times, and I was just doing that to like ease my anxiety. I had no idea that it not only eases my anxiety but it also helps me manifest. And this was way back when I didn't even know about the law of assumption. I didn't even read the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, so I had no idea that I was basically using this method to manifest, but it always worked for me. So the method that I used back to get whatever grade and marks I wanted is the scripting method, but just using the robotic affirmations technique. So I basically make up one statement. Just say my statement was I got an A grade in my chemistry test. So I would write a statement saying I got the A grade in the chemistry test, like repeatedly, like an entire page continuously in like a robotic affirmation mode, if you know what I mean. Just the same sentence, repeating it like 30-40 times. I would never be specific about the number. It depends on the notebook. Like let's say if it was like long notebook, then maybe like 30 times, because I need to write it 30 times to fill the entire page. If it's a shorter notebook like this, then it probably would have been like 15 or 20 times. The intention was just to write it to ease my anxiety and to just try to tell my mind that it's possible. And I got the A grade in chemistry test. I already got the A grade in the chemistry test. I used to just write it down because it helped me feel much better. So the recent exam I took was back in 2023, the TOEFL exam. I had just 3 days to prepare for it. Don't ask me why. I was procrastinating. I didn't prepare. I didn't study, although I had scheduled the test, I think like 10 days or 15 days prior. I was just procrastinating. I didn't get the time to, because I was working as well, so I didn't actually study for the test. I just studied the last 3 days, but I studied really hard for those last 3 days. But what I did, again, that eased my anxiety and that made me feel better, calmer and confident about myself, was I wrote it down like in my notebook saying I got 111 on 120 in my TOEFL test. I didn't really prepare for the test, to be very honest, just because I was procrastinating. I had so many things going on at that time, so I wasn't really in that study mode back when I was preparing for the TOEFL exam. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, if I can convince my subconscious mind that I can ace this test and I can do really well, then I know that I can do it well. So I kept telling my mind every time I was going to sleep that the TOEFL exam is super easy. Like, it's literally so easy. I know that I'm going to clear that exam, and I know I'm going to get 111 on 120. Sometimes when you talk to your mind like this, it could kind of sound arrogant, or you might not believe yourself, especially if you're like not prepared and you haven't studied hard. You, like, most of the time, even if you've studied hard, you somehow feel guilty. Like, you somehow feel like, oh, I didn't study enough, or my friend studied more than me, and that comparison basically starts off. But just try to replace all these negative thoughts by telling yourself, even if it sounds arrogant, even if it sounds really bad, just convince your mind that no, TOEFL is easy for you. You are going to clear it. You're going to ace the exam. It's going to be good. So I know TOEFL is easy for me. I know I'm going to get the best score. So I kept telling in my mind, I already got 111 on 120. I got 111 on 120 in my TOEFL exam. So I repeatedly told in my mind when I was drifting off to sleep. I also wrote it in my notebook repeatedly, the same statement. So the best part about this is you're not just writing it down. You're also repeatedly telling in your mind. You're also visually seeing it, which is again amazing. And you are writing down your specific grade or your specific marks. You're not writing a generic statement like I hope I pass in this exam, or I hope I get as good as my friends. Like, no, you're actually writing the specific number that you want. Like, I wrote I want 111 on 120, so I wrote like I already got 111 on 120. Be specific. You don't have to worry. There are no limitations. You're just writing down the marks that you truly desire, and you have to just brainwash your subconscious mind into thinking that you already got it. And every time you're drifting off to sleep, you're going to tell in your mind repeatedly, I got 111 on 120 in the exam, or I got the A grade in the chemistry test. Or if you're worried about, maybe failing in a subject, you're going to say, I passed this subject and I passed it so easily. Basically, make up your own statement and just repeatedly say that in loop while you're drifting off to sleep. You can write it once or twice in your notebook, like maybe 20 or 30 times, and that's about it. Oh my god, it's super windy. Okay, the next thing I want you to take is action. Your manifestation is not going to come if you do not take any action towards it. When you take action, it's like you're nudging your subconscious mind into believing that yes, it's totally possible. It's like giving evidence to your subconscious mind that you are working hard for it and you do deserve the marks you truly want. Just focus on your exam, start preparing for it, study hard for it, and it's just basically giving evidence to your subconscious mind that yes, you truly deserve the marks and the grade that you are looking for. Get disheartened even if you are getting negative thoughts. It is very normal to get negative thoughts. I was getting negative thoughts as well when I was studying something, but you have to keep your laser eye focus towards your subject and study, and keep telling yourself every time you get negative thoughts that no, you got this, you are going to clear that exam, you are going to get that A grade that you want. Because the more evidence you give your subconscious mind in your 3D that you're working hard, you're studying for it, you're focusing on it and giving your best and your 100%, your subconscious mind is going to be your best friend and it's going to memorize everything that you're studying. Even in your sleep, you're going to remember the formula you learned about, or you're going to remember any concept that you learned about automatically, that the next day when you go for your exam, you're going to remember every single thing. Even though you feel you should have revised, you'll just remember it because your subconscious mind will just store it for you. In order to make it easy for you, I also made a robotic affirmations tape. I will link it down right below in the description box, so you can find the affirmations tape as well. You can literally listen to these affirmations anytime you want to, maybe in the morning, maybe in the night. You can also listen to it while you are doing some random chores at your house. So if you're just listening to it, you don't even have to focus on it. Just play it in the background or just listen to it when you're doing something randomly which doesn't require a lot of focus. And if you're just listening to the affirmations, it's good enough. This has helped me so many times. There were so many affirmation tapes that I used to listen to just to get into that focus mode, and to basically brainwash my subconscious mind into thinking that yes, it's possible, I can get whatever I want, I can get whatever desire I want. So that's why I made that affirmation tape for you. Go check it out and listen to it whenever you can. So continuing with how I manifested the score that I wanted in my TOEFL exam, I got the first two sections results immediately after the test was done. I got the reading and the listening sections, I remember, and I had actually scored low in both of them. I thought I wouldn't be able to get 111 because the other two, which is speaking and writing, I actually had to get like 30 on 30 in both speaking section and the writing section in order to get 111. And I was like, obviously that's not going to happen. I was very, very disappointed looking at my reading and my listening sections. I thought I'm not going to get 111, obviously, because it was so low. But I did not give up. I was pretty stubborn and I persisted. I wrote down in my notebook again that I got 30 on 30 in both speaking and writing sections. I did really well. I got the 111 score that I wanted, that I truly desired. Test results weren't coming for like the next 5-6 days, so I had like 4-5 days properly to again reprogram my subconscious mind and tell it that I got the score that I wanted. And guess what? I got 109 on 120. I know it's not 111, but what surprised me is I got 30 on 30 in one section. Just casually said that in my mind. I didn't believe I would actually get it, because honestly, when I saw the reading and the listening section score, I was a bit disappointed. I was expecting those two sections to get at least like 28 or 29. I mean, those were the sections that I truly believed I was going to do really well. But what surprised me is I got 30 on 30 in the other section, and the writing, I believe I got 28. I don't exactly remember. I will leave a snapshot of what my score was like. But yeah, that was just crazy. Like, I did not expect that. Just casually affirming in my mind just because I wanted to get a really good score. And the best part is I did not even believe in that, but it still manifested. Always expect the unexpected, guys. You never know where you can end up. You never know what kind of score you'll get. So that is what you need to do, guys. At the end of the day, change the narrative. Even if a subject is tough for you, even if a competitive exam is not easy for you, just keep telling your mind that no, it is easy for me. I am understanding the concepts really well. I'm able to clear the mock test really well. Just keep affirming something like that in loop that actually works in your favor. The more you change the narrative and repeat that you deserve the high score, you got the rank that you want, you got the marks that you desired, that's when you start seeing the changes happen in physical reality. Automatically your subconscious mind becomes your best friend. It helps you with all the concepts, it helps you with your mock tests. Make sure that you're taking the action. Nothing is possible without proper execution. So obviously you want to take the action in your 3D and prepare for it, study for it, and give your best attempt. Whatever it is, the intention truly matters. So that's how you make your subconscious mind believe that yeah, I am studying, I am working hard, so this is why I deserve it, this is why it's worth it. Yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope it inspired you. Any score, any grade that you want specifically, you can manifest it. We'll leave the affirmation video down in the description, so do check it out. Listen to it whenever you can. It's gonna really help you. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I will be happy to answer them. See you guys in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.